Up next, we have Seth Loff, Northwest Susquehanna Chapter. Seth currently works as a member service specialist for Service First Federal Credit Union. He's a graduate of Bloomsburg University with a degree in business economics and has a minor in business management. He became interested in credit unions when he saw a future Service First office under construction. Seth was working for a bank at the time, and upon further investigation about credit unions, he saw the difference and joined the Service First team shortly thereafter. Seth will soon be marrying his fiancée, Jerica, and hopes to be managing a Service First office in the future. His topic is marketing credit unions, how social media promotes the credit union.
Thanks, Denny. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, each of us has a job to do. My job is to speak to you on marketing credit unions through the use of social media, and your job is simply to listen. Now, if anyone in this audience finishes their job before I do mine, will someone please toss a tomato at me or something, because clearly I'm not doing my job very well then. Speaking of jobs, though, I'd like to quote the late and great Steve Jobs with, "Marketing, it's about values." Most credit unions, like Service First, we have what are called our core values. These are beliefs of an organization that pertain to the way that organization likes to handle its business. Service First, for example, we have 7 of these. We'll get into those in a few moments, though. Now, before a credit union can just take to social media, there has to be a plan set into place. We have to answer the question of, why are we on social media? Just being there because everyone else is not an effective plan. We must align to our business goals while being mindful of our audiences at the same time. This is much more than posting rates and promotions on engines like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Today's world is a very complicated world. It's a very noisy one. So we must be very clear and concise on what we want our audiences to remember about us. By simply doing this, we can use social media to everyone's advantage and touch on our first few core values, our integrity and our ethics by being honest with everything that we say, as well as our nimbleness and our flexibility by altering the way in which we present things to keep those paying attention engaged and aware of what's changing. In 2015, Salesforce posted a statistic stating that 27% of marketers agreed effective social media use would lead to a higher return on investment. In 2016, just one short year after that previous statistic, this number increased to 82% of marketers. This shows us that today's marketing world is turning into a social media powerhouse. Now, the premise behind social media is that there's a channel between the members, the community, and the credit union. This brings to mind our next 3 core values: supporting the community, the importance of people, and best people. The engagement of all 3 of these components can lead to both the growth of the social community as well as the credit union at the same time. And the final 2 values I'm not going to spend much time on are our service excellence and, of course, fun. By creating a social media presence that's fun for everyone, all parties can benefit. And while it's the job of the credit union to, as Steve Jobs once said for Apple, think different, it's the job of everyone within those social media communities to be different. Thank you.